Jim Atkins, and thanks for watching today. Hey, today we're going to talk about combining the major and the minor blues scales together to give us some more soloing choices when we solo over the major blues. It'll add a lot of nice little hipness into your playing. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of different ways to do the major blues scale, and then we're also going to learn a nice minor blues shape to add to the ones that we've already learned in the previous videos. Then we'll go ahead and go over a nice little double stop lick that goes from the 1 chord to the 4 chord that incorporates the notes from both scales. Should be fun, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey, so we're working in the key of C today on the track. So we're going to go ahead and stay within the blues in that key. So let's go ahead and refresh the blues scale. Now this is box 1, or the E shape, the most common blues scale there is. We're coming up here for the C scale, and we're going to start on the 8th fret, and we're going to start 1, flat 3, 4, flat 5, 5, flat 7, back to the root. Then it just repeats itself. Typically always played as a 2-octave scale. Now if I take that very familiar shape and I move it down 3 frets to A, I can start picking up some nice sounds from that over the C blues. It's sort of brighter sounds, major sounds. And the reason being is because I'm picking up the major 3rd, the 6th, and the 9th degrees. And it just gives it sort of, you know, sort of a country flavor or a brighter major flavor. Let's listen to it. Now here's your C blues in the minor position. Okay, now the reason that this works is because that blues scale was built off the relative minor. So in the key of C, the relative minor is going to be A minor. And you always build the relative minor off the 6th degree of any major scale. So if I go up here, do a C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I stop right there on the 6th degree, then what I can do is build a blues scale right there. Now, if I take this, I can take this same shape, and let's just leave off the A and begin it on the note C. Okay? But I'd like to take that and have everything accessible in the same area. So let's build a scale here. Same notes, just in a different location. Okay, let's go ahead and go over the formula for this major blues scale. All right, we have our root here, it's our 1st degree. So we have a 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 5, 6, and back to your root. And then here I can start, you know, and again use that as a 2-octave scale. And then that way I'm in the same area with my major and minor blues, and I can kind of mix it up a little bit. Okay, now let me show you another thing. So we're down here with that very familiar shape on the blues scale. Now I could also say, well, let me learn a C blues scale or C minor blues scale in this position. Now we've learned some previously on a different video, but we're going to learn the G shape today. So if I take this chord G, pull it up to C, and form that chord, then I have a scale that surrounds that. Same as this. But that way you have the choice to play here and mix in here, or you can come down here and mix the two scales together. Or if you just want to bounce back and forth. I find that the more that I learn scales in different positions, I play them differently. And sometimes, stuff just comes out that sounds a lot cooler, or, stuff that you couldn't do in one position. So I really encourage you to learn the positions that you can. So anyway, that's going to do it for that part today. And just work back and forth, like I said, between the two. Hey, well, let's go ahead and wrap things up by learning a nice little double stop lick that goes from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. Sounds like this. Okay? All right, so we'll break it up into 2 parts. The first part, I have my index finger on the 5th fret B string. I have my pinky on the 8th fret E string. And then we're going to walk up the B string chromatically and then end up here. It's when you hit your 4 chord. Okay, and that puts me on the flat 3 and the 6th degree. Nice little cool sound. Okay, so the second part of the lick, now we're up here, let's just take and slide the pinky down. Okay, so we slid the pinky down, we have this double stop. Then we move with our index finger and we cover the B and the E string on the 8th fret. Bring our ring finger over here and cover the G and the B. Move it down a half step. Go down a whole step using your index finger. Back up a whole step. Nice little hammer on to the major third. End on the root. Now that picks up a lot of tones out of both the major and the minor scale. Hey, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was of some help to you today. Keep working between the blues scale shapes there, back and forth between the major and the minor. Let your ear be your guide. It'll open up, those extra tones will open up a lot of possibilities for further expression in your playing. So keep working hard at it. I hope you subscribe to this channel. And if you would, please go over to iTunes and check out some Jim Adkins Smooth Jazz and support that. That would be great too. So again, thank you and keep on playing.